Hello everyone, welcome to Topper IS. So as part of our daily series, today also we will discuss a issue that is important from mains point of view. Okay, so let's get started. So particularly with respect to foreign trade policy, we will be talking about. So why foreign trade policy? Why did we pick up this? Because see, I think past few days it has been in the news that India's merchandise exports around $95 billion. It has seen a it is said that India's merchandise exports have reached an all-time quarterly high of $95 billion in 3 months that ended with June. So among all the quarters every year, so this is the highest for any quarter. Okay, so that is why it has been making the news. So certain facts we will see. How come we were able to achieve this kind of exports revenue, which all sectors contributed, or still after that we will also see where are the lagging areas. So what government of India should aim towards in future. Okay, so thing is, they said that particularly there was a increase in exports with respect to non-rice cereals. So apart from rice, wheat, barley and those kind of stuff, so non-rice cereals have saw a jump in exports almost 4 times. Okay, then export of iron ore has also been doubled, and even organic and inorganic chemicals exports have rose by almost 62%. And among all, highest surge was in with respect to engineering goods. So in these all, there was a rise in the exports of all these kind of stuffs. Apart from this, so what it says is, so obviously the question comes, right? So all time high, how come this is possible? Why did we not achieve this kind of export revenue in earlier years? Okay, so there are certain reasons which have been contributed to such a high rise in exports. The reason stated are the rising vaccination coverage and the economic recovery in the key developed markets, including EU and US, has bolstered the demand. Okay, so exports, so you are exporting, so people will buy only when there is a demand, and there is a particularly a increasing demand after COVID relaxations have been uh, followed in a number of countries, particularly India's export destinations like US and EU nations. Okay, so because see, obvious, right? Vaccination coverage in these countries have almost increased, so no more threat. So economic activities and all the stuff have been relaxed. So obviously, people are there is a demand for more goods. So that is one of the reasons stated why there is a rise in India's exports, particularly because of higher demand in export destination countries. Then another data, it is said that the true trade data reveals that a significant driver of export growth has been runaway rally in commodity prices. So what the meaning of this is, see, actually price of commodities have gone up. Okay, so you already know the after pandemic or during pandemic also the price of commodities have gone up. So obviously, so this was also stated as one of the reason why you such a high revenue earning in a particular quarter. Okay, $95 billion almost. So rise in commodity prices is also one of the reason that is stated. Then increased appetite for raw materials and grains in China. Yes, China is also a manufacturing hub and a country known for highest exports. So raw materials is in demand because of higher demand in elsewhere also. So India also does supply raw materials. We have seen non-cereals have exports have increased. So because there is an increasing demand for raw materials and even grains from China. Okay, that is also stated one of the reason. So these all factors in combination have played a role in increasing the India's exports. But so the actually, if you have read this newspaper editorial, it was saying a mixed bag. So mixed in the sense, like usually a movie, right, gets mixed reviews, positive also, negative comments also. In the same way, so the quarterly highest growth, yes, very good thing, because despite COVID pandemic, we have been able to do that. But there are certain issues which have been still needs to be addressed. Concerns, there are concerns also you need to look into. What it says is it quotes certain facts and examples, like the crucial job generating export sectors that includes ready-made garments, leather and leather products, and tea, all have posted double digit decline. So this is a cause of concern. So they are labor intensive sectors, okay, and job generating sectors. So you need employment generation, there has to be employment generation in the economy. So particularly these sectors contribute to it: ready-made garments, leather and leather products, and tea, all, yet they have seen the double digit decline. So that is a cause of concern. Then other concerns also it says, like with respect to tea and what are issues leather industries are facing. It says, like tea industry has been facing a long term downtrend. So certain things added to this long term downtrend, like inadequate product variety. So yes, the India lacks variety of tea products. So that's what the one more thing. Then lack of market savvy. So new market strategies are equally important to sell your product. So lack of marketing savvy is one of the issue stated. Then sharp competition from rivals, particularly Sri Lanka and Kenya. So these all factors have further compounded the downward trend in the tea industry. Okay. Then apart from this, basic tea industry faces n number of things. We will also cover that issue in our coming days videos. Okay. Then it also says, as I said, leather industry is also not performing well. So many certain reasons stated is WTO mandated withdrawal of export incentives. See, what happened is, if you read the foreign trade policy, there is a merchandise export scheme from India. So that was challenged by US against India in WTO, saying that this is a violation of WTO rules of a fair trade international regime. So it WTO said that India should withdraw this incentives. So withdrawal of export incentive is one of the reason for that has negatively affected leather goods, and pandemic has induced slowdown in the number of orders the industry is getting. And added to that, see, after withdrawal of the issue with the tax incentive scheme, government has come out with a scheme called remission of duties and taxes on export product scheme. So this was say it was come out, but rules are yet to be notified under this scheme. Okay, that is also one of the reason stated. So the thing is, yes, we have got a quarterly highest growth, good sign, right? A good sign for the economy, because exports play a number of role, revenues, job creation, and all those stuff. But that's not allowed, because we have to be cautious, because there are certain things still remain, particularly labor intensive sectors are not export sectors are not growing, rather they have saw a double digit decline. So that is a cause of concern. So we don't want to earn such kind of high export revenue for just particular quarter. We have to earn such revenue for every quarters, and for long term years, long years, not just 1 year or 1 quarter. So to achieve that is only possible when you address the other structural issues, particularly in export sectors like leather and tea. So that needs to be addressed. Only then you will be able to have a long term sustained high exports. So that is what the article is saying. So that's what the mixed bag, the meaning of is. So that's it for today. You can also download the PDF of this document in the link that is shared below, and do download Topper IAS Institute app so that you get to watch such n number of videos that will help you in your UPSC preparation. Thank you.